Good afternoon and welcome to Stuart W. Robertson Memorial Gymnasium, the site for today's matchup between the Roseburg basketball teams and the visiting North Medford Black Tornado. We start things off on a doubleheader here on this Saturday with the Roseburg girls as they welcome in the Black Tornado for the regular season finale. Today, Roseburg looks to try and finish out the season on a high note after another tough one for head coach Chad Smith and the Roseburg girls. But they've got an opportunity to try and put a little bit of a cherry on top of the Sunday as things wrap up here on this Saturday from Roseburg High School and try and see if they could set the tone for the offseason. Roseburg will have to do it a bit short-handed, though. The Roseburg girls missing a number of their starters and main players off the bench. So we'll see what head coach Chad Smith has in store for us as today's game gets ready to go. Joey Kieran here with you. It is great to have you with us on this Saturday afternoon as we bring you Roseburg High basketball. Reminder coming up after the girls' game, we'll have the boys' varsity matchup as our doubleheader continues here today from Stuart W. Robertson Memorial Gymnasium. Roseburg hosting North Medford. We'll have more on the matchup and the Roseburg girls when we get a chance to catch up with head coach Chad Smith in our next segment here on the pregame show. Before we take our first break of the program, I want to remind you that today's game is streaming live with video online at 541radio.com. You can watch the game streaming there, both the boys and the girls games coming up this afternoon. You can also catch us on our YouTube channel. We stream through 1490 The Score on YouTube. Check it out there and follow the broadcast with us. Go back and watch archived broadcasts of Roseburg High sports and plenty more. It's 1490 The Score on YouTube. Subscribe today to follow Roseburg High sports throughout the calendar year. We'll go ahead and take the 2-minute timeout. When we come back, it's a quick catch-up with head coach Chad Smith of the Roseburg girls basketball team right here on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Get ready to satisfy your dessert cravings with Mountain Mike's new mini churros. These delicious bite-sized churros are the perfect dessert to pair with your favorite Mountain Mike's pizza, made with only the freshest and finest ingredients, dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese, and toppings to the edge. For limited time only, get 16 mini churros for the whole family for only $4.99. Don't wait. Order yours today for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
Back here with more of our pregame on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Getting ready for the regular season finale for the Roseburg boys and girls. And first up will be the girls as they welcome in North Medford today. And joining us now is Coach Chad Smith. Coach, you guys, we've gotten to this point in the season, and I know final games of the year are always kind of bittersweet. And you unfortunately say goodbye to a few seniors. You kind of put the book to bed on a season and kind of start looking forward to the future, but we still have one last game left to play. Going into this one, what are kind of your emotions, and what do you feel like the team's kind of feeling like at this point in the season?
I hope our girls tonight come out and they've got a little something to prove after last night. We did not play our best basketball, really weren't ready to go in that one. they've got one more opportunity here at home to show what they were capable of doing, and that's our goal, is to come out and run our offense and execute defensively, do those little things that we did not do yesterday, and leave with the positive taste in our mouth when going into next season.
Yeah, for you, obviously, this is an opportunity for you guys to kind of maybe set the tone for the off-season, set the tone for next year. You do have a lot of girls coming back for your club next year. Unfortunately, you're missing a lot of them due to injury right now. So, kind of give us the latest on the injury report, because we know last time we saw you, Amy Carpenter went down with an injury at South Eugene, and sounds like wasn't available for you last night.
Yeah, we lost Amy at South Eugene. She's out with the grade 2 ankle sprain. That being said, we're missing 3 starters and 1 first person off the bench off our team right now. And when you're missing that many girls off the, contribute significant minutes to your program, it's hard to have other girls step up. They're just not accustomed to having to play those roles of being a scorer. And Amy is our everything. She does everything for us. She triggers our inbounds play. She's our leading rebounder. She's our leading scorer. And not having her on the floor, it's very noticeable.
That said, it does give you the opportunity to get some other girls some significant minutes that'll hopefully lead towards some growth this offseason and into next year, when maybe you can rely on them for some bigger minutes as your roster kind of changes over. What do you want to see from your team here in this final game? I know yesterday was a tough one for you guys, but is it just about going out and having fun, or are there some things you want to see just people understanding, figuring out the game, and continue to see that growth even though it is the final game of the season?
Yeah, we want to get back. We want to compete. We didn't do a good job of competing yesterday. If we come back and we compete tonight and get after it and execute and do the little things, we'll put the season to rest and move on to next year and be ready to go coming into the next season. So I guess our goal is we need to execute tonight.
Well, as you guys will wrap it up here with you, I know you did senior night last night, but you do have a few seniors on this roster you are saying goodbye to here. Just the class that you graduate this year, what can you say about those girls?
Those 3 seniors have given everything to the program for 2 years. Chelsea Miller has been the consummate, showing up every day, doing what she needs to do. I can't even find the words to describe Jocelyn Muttenfering and everything she's meant to the program. Just attitude, willing to do whatever it takes to help the team, and incredible individual. And Michelle Rivera, who might have had the hardest luck in 2 years that I've ever seen a kid have, misses all of last year for the most part with a concussion, and then misses the better half of a season with the grade 2 ankle sprain herself. So those 3 seniors have meant a lot to the program, and hopefully have established some relationships and some foundations for future teams.
All right, Coach, good luck out there tonight.
Perfect, thank you.
And that is head coach Chad Smith of the Roseburg girls basketball program as they get ready to take on North Medford here today. It is great to have you with us for today's broadcast of Roseburg High basketball. Today's game is brought to you by our friends at Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County, and by Good Vibrations Solutions for home theater and automotive audio. You can feel it at Good Vibes. DC Farmers Co-op, another proud sponsor of Roseburg High Sports on the radio and streaming online at 541radio.com. DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop. As we get ready for this matchup, quickly taking a look back at yesterday's game. For both of these teams, they were both in action yesterday. The North Medford girls were taking on South Medford. That's never an easy task, and it did get out of hand for them. Yesterday, the North Medford girls fell 65-20 at South Medford in that cross-city rivalry. Your rivals across town. And it is South Medford. They're going to be a tough team in the state playoffs. We've seen South on the boys' side. I have not gotten a chance to see the South Medford girls team, which might be a good thing. I know that it was not an easy contest for the Roseburg girls the times that they met. That team is above and beyond everybody else in the conference right now, and they got a big win over their crosstown rival North Medford yesterday by 35. Now on the other side, the Roseburg girls here at home, it was a tough one. Talking with Coach Chad Smith, he mentioned just was how short-handed this team is. Things kind of got out of hand early for them, and it was not one that they had much luck in trying to get their way back into that game. It was a 68-12 final Grants Pass beating Roseburg here at home on senior night yesterday. So they'll try to finish things out on a positive note. This North Medford team comes in 7-15 on the year, 1-8 in conference play. Their only win in conference did come against Roseburg. That was down at their place. In that game, North Medford pulled away for a 50-21 win at home. North Medford held Roseburg to less than 10 points in every quarter, scoring in that one. North Medford scored first 11 points of the game to pull ahead big, and then pretty much ran away with that one, winning by 29. But Roseburg will hope to see a little bit more offensive flow here today at home. Got the band here to help pump them up. You've got the home crowd here to get ready for this one. We'll see if the Roseburg girls have something in store for us here tonight. As we count down towards the start of today's game, taking a look at kind of what else is happening around Roseburg High School. We've got the boys game coming up a little later this afternoon at 3 o'clock as they'll wrap up the regular season. The Roseburg boys are headed to the playoffs for the first time since 2019. They have clinched the number 3 seed out of the Southwest Conference, giving them an automatic berth in the state playoffs. Now, they'll probably be one of the final teams in once the rankings are all frozen and we figure out exactly where the Roseburg the Roseburg boys land in those power rankings there. But they'll probably be one of the last teams in, likely going to have to go to the Portland area to take on a team that is ranked very highly in the bracket. So it'll be a tough climb for Roseburg, but making it into the playoffs is a big step forward for the Roseburg boys, and we'll see how that continues to go for them to get an extra game here on their schedule. We also, they are honoring somebody here at the stands, and I'm going to do it as well here. They are honoring Athletic Secretary Carmen Finlay, who's down at the scorer's table there in front of the bouquet of flowers for those that are watching. She is retiring this year, and so she'll be walking away. The athletic department at Roseburg High School definitely runs a lot smoother thanks to Carmen Finlay there. She helps out in everything and is a constant contact for me in covering Roseburg High sports, and so things are going to definitely be they're going to be a little missed without Carmen there at the athletic department. Roseburg's athletic department is great in everything they do. They have provided so much support and access to what we do here at the radio station, and very much appreciate it. And Carmen Finlay is a big part of that. Going to miss seeing her at high school, but also we'll get a chance to catch up plenty during the spring season when I see her out at the baseball stadium. So looking around what else is happening, so there's a couple of big updates on the things going on in Roseburg High sports. The boys going to the playoffs, we know that now, although they'll have one more game to go. Carmen's retiring. Today you've got wrestling state championships going on. The Roseburg wrestling team is at the 6A state championships at Sandy High School. They sent 19 wrestlers up there, and they're hoping for good results out of everybody. So good luck to the Roseburg wrestling team as they compete at Sandy High School for a 6A state title, both as a team and for a number of individuals that are seeded. I believe 7 seeded wrestlers for the Roseburg boys in that tournament. And so hoping for good things from the Roseburg Indians, as always, with wrestling. And believe it or not, starting on Monday, it is the start of spring sports for high school athletes in the state of Oregon. Monday's the first official day for practices, and we'll be getting ready for Roseburg High baseball coming up on the radio for you in the spring. All right, it is time to take our final break of the pregame show. We'll come back after a 2-minute break for the national anthem and get you your starting lineups here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother,
and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about part-time service. The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
As a doctor, I kept myself safe from COVID by following all the proper protocols. Then I visited my family, and we all got COVID. I debated getting the vaccine since I gained the COVID antibodies. I changed my mind because I learned the antibodies may not offer full protection. But getting the vaccine after COVID can help prevent you from getting sick again. It also lowers your risk of getting someone else sick. So whether you've already had COVID or you're still unvaccinated, please get the vaccine.
Junior number 2, Dia Patel.
Back here at Roseburg High School, getting ready for the girls' game to tip off. Let's take a look at our starting lineups first for the visiting North Medford Black Tornado, led by head coach J.T. Thomas. They are 7-15 on the year, 1-8 in conference play. Your starting 5, junior guard at 5'3", Dia Patel, a 5-foot wing senior, Jaden Gallery, a guard at 5'5", a junior, Allie Stevens. Callie Raines is a 5'9" freshman wing, and rounding out the starting 5 is Kira McNamee, a senior post at 5'9". Now on the other side for the Roseburg girls, we've got Hannah Bowman, a junior guard, had 18 points in a a loss against South Eugene, a big game for her there. Also out there, Sydney Montefiore, a sophomore. Jocelyn Montefiore, her older sister, a senior, playing her final game for Roseburg, will get the start, along with junior Emma Murphy. And then another senior in the lineup for Roseburg getting the final game in the jersey, Chelsea Miller. And that is a look at your starting 5 for today's ball game between Roseburg and North Medford. Band is here. Sun is kind of trying to poke through some clouds outside. You can see it through the windows here at Robertson Memorial Gymnasium. And we are ready to go for today's ball game. Joey Keyran here with you, and it's great to have you with us on a Saturday afternoon for high school sports. Today's game brought to you by Fisher's Hearth and Home, serving Douglas County for over 30 years with the largest selection of wood, gas, pellet, and electric stoves and fireplaces in the area. So it'll be in the center circle. It'll be Sydney Montefiore, and on the other side, that is Kaylee Raines getting ready to tip it off. And the tip is won by North Medford. They'll be moving right to left on your radio dial in their road black jerseys. Numbers on the front and the back end, white outlined in the red trim. Roseburg in the home white jerseys. Numbers on the front and the back end, orange outlined in black. On the far side of the floor with the basketball, Jaden Gallery out to the top. Gets it to Raines. She launches a three, and Kaylee Raines will get the first bucket of the ball game for either side. A 3-0 lead for North Medford. They'll apply pressure in the backcourt. Roseburg sees that a lot. They have some issues sometimes dealing with the press, but they do break it here. Into the front court comes Hannah Bowman. Up to the other side, Chelsea Miller in the post. Her turnaround jump shot, no good. The ball out of bounds. Last touch by Roseburg, and it'll go to North Medford. 3-0 lead here early on. 7:20 to go in the first period. Bringing the ball up the floor will be Allie Stevens. So hand it off in the front court. Gets it to Patel to the right side. At the wing, a handoff from Raines. Back into the hands of a Gallery. Back to the corner to Raines. Raines, the freshman, getting a lot of touches here early on. Left side, Patel with it. Wing three off the iron right side, out of bounds, hitting the baseline. And going to the Roseburg girls, trailing 3-0 here in the opening minute and 4 seconds of the ball game. Roseburg looking for a big game. Hannah Bowman, she stepped up big in that game against South Eugene. We'll see if she can do it here. Roseburg struggled offensively against against Grants Pass yesterday, so they're trying to find some life here today. Hannah Bowman trying to get it going with a deep three. Got it. Ties us up at 3-all. Bowman, when she's got it going, she's got quite the shooter's touch. 6:33 to go first period. Backing her way through traffic, going left side, nearly a carry, and now they will call it. Allie Stevens kind of had the hard dribble bounce up on her and tried to keep the dribble going, gets called for the carry. They'll get into their full court press, turning back to get to it. Bounce to the middle. Bowman has it. We're going to work it to the half-court stripe, and across she'll go up the far side of the floor into the hands of Jocelyn Montefiore, looking underneath for the senior. Back out to the top. Now to the senior, Chelsea Miller on the right side. Finds Montefiore, cutting to the right corner, and a whistle away from the basketball. They call the foul against North Medford. First whistle of the game for a foul, and that goes against Dia Patel. One-team foul against the Black Tornado. Inbound is taken away by North Medford. Up the floor they'll go, racing through traffic far side. Stevens through the middle. Tried to rifle one into Callie Raines, and that one ends up out of bounds. Turnover by North Medford. 3-3 ball game here in the opening couple of minutes of this one. Inbound coming from Sydney Montefiore into Jocelyn. Jocelyn will dribble it up across the timeline into the front court. Takes it to the left side. Angles back out to the top. Uses a screen. Gets it to Bowman. Give and go. Gets it on the left side. Back out to the top. Thought about the three from straight away or trying to drive. Sydney Montefiore now does go right side. Gets to the rim. Can't finish. And it's pulled down by the Black Tornado. Back and forth we go here. Low scoring first quarter so far. 5:38 to play. Left side. Patel with it. Dribbles out to the top. They rotate to the far side of the floor with the basketball. Gallery out to the top. Catch and shoot. The three way off the mark for Kira McNamee. Loose ball. Saved back inbounds and gets it to a teammate. North Medford will get another look at it here. Allie Stevens draws it back out to the center circle. They'll re-attack. She goes right side. Gets a head of steam. Driving in and a foul called. It'll be a shooter. Allie Stevens drew it all the way out to midcourt, got a full head of steam, drive in on the right side, and she draws a foul from Sydney Montefiore. First team foul against Roseburg, first for Sydney. 5:11 to go here in the first quarter. It is a 3-3 ball game. At the line, Allie Stevens for two. Today's game brought to you by Flyaway Travel. Contact their travel experts for your travel plans. It's now cruising season, so, if you've been putting off maybe taking a cruise, now might be the time. Give them a call. That is Flyaway Travel, 672-5701. First free throw does not go through for Stevens. Got a second one coming here. Got a long process at the free throw line. Second one, back iron, rebound, pulled down by Raines. 0 for 2 at the line for Stevens. But North Medford, a second look at it here. Getting the basketball, Gallery drives to the right elbow, back out to Raines on the right wing. Looking into the corner, calls for help, bounces it away to her teammate, Olivia Bozier, who has come into the game. Left side, calling for some movement. Gallery will pass it back out to the top. Stevens will rotate it to the right side of the floor for the Black Tornado. Picks up the dribble, bounces it away, but will get it right back. 4:39 to go. Two teams here that this will be the final game of the season for them, so it'll kind of be interesting to see which team brings enough fire to get a win. And a baseline runner for Allie Stevens. She was falling behind the backboard and is able to get it to flush through, draws a foul as well, and will go to the line to try and extend a 2-point lead with 4.5 to go in the first period. Coming into the game, Kayla Kloffenstein will check in for Sydney Montefiore, who picks up her second here early on. Coming out of the game for North Medford, Kira McNamee will check out. In the game for her is Margaret Hamlin. Chance at a three-point play here for Stevens. Just had the 0 for 2 trip at the line. Her free throw, no good, and Miller gets the rebound. Roseburg will get it and won't face much pressure in the backcourt after the miss at the line by Stevens. 5-3 ball game. Hannah Bowman bounce it left side. The three, too strong by Emma Murphy. Rebound clanks out, pulled down by the Black Tornado. Up the floor quickly. Stevens lost the handle, tried to save it back in, but turns it over as she lost the handle on the basketball. And that'll give it back to Roseburg here with 4:11 to go. Roseburg working against the press. Into the front court. On the left side, Murphy looking underneath. Feeds it into Miller, but gets it right back. Out to the top, Kloffenstein, near side, short hopped into the hands of Jocelyn Montefiore, and she couldn't field it cleanly. through her hands and out of bounds. Chelsea Miller will check out of the game. Aria Smith will come in for the Tribe. 5-3 ball game, close one here early on. 3:52 to go in the opening period. Stevens out at the top, pass right side, back out to the top between the circles. Raines, left side, gets it to Stevens. She drives in, misses the shot. Fight for it on the baseline, and it was Stevens touching the basketball. She stepped out of bounds. A turnover by North Medford. Roseburg will get it and tries to move quickly. Smith gets it on the near side, pass to the middle. Get it to Murphy, up the floor to Bowman. Her shot blocked out of bounds, and it's a shooting foul. Shot was blocked out, but they bodied her up as well, and Hannah Bowman's going to go to the free throw line. She's got Roseburg's only 3 points so far, but she's got an opportunity to tie this one up at the stripe. 3:29 to play here in the first period. One made three-pointer by both teams so far. Hannah Bowman hits the first. Makes it a 1-point game. Coming into the game for North Medford, Mariah Lane and Dia Patel will come back into the game as well. Allie Stevens will get a break. Second opportunity here for Hannah Bowman. Trying to tie this one back up. Ooh, doesn't want to fall in. That one scoops out, and up the floor comes Bozier. To the right side, back out to the top to Raines between the circle. Pass left side at the wing. Bozier looks underneath, tries to get it into the middle with the basketball. Hamlin kicks back out. Long three by Bozier, misses everything. Saved back in by Murphy. Loose ball. North Medford comes up with it. A three by the Black Tornado off the mark. Rebound into the corner. Pulled in by Bozier. Her shot off the mark. This time Murphy able to collect it and keep it. Bowman will get it from her and bring it up the floor. Roseburg a chance to try and take the lead on a made basket in the corner. Smith with it. Back out to Murphy. Murphy sets up. Pass right side. Kloffenstein out to the top. Smith going to drive left side. Gets it to Jocelyn Montefiore. Drives to the left elbow. The jumper dies on the back of the iron but doesn't fall through. Up the floor quickly. Patel gets it left side of the lane. Back out. Bozier dribbles to the top. She'll pass it away to Lane. They revert back to the left side. Bozier gets it, and then a foul in the middle. That is Margaret Hamlin drawing a whistle. They call the foul against Hannah Bowman. That is the third foul against the Tribe here in the first half. Inbound goes to the corner. Bozier tries a three. The rebound is knocked out of bounds by the Black Tornado. It'll go to Roseburg. Trailing by one. 5-4 your score opening period of this ball game. Kloffenstein gets it into Smith. Smith going to try and work it up the floor. Nope, back to Bowman, and she'll bring it across the timeline. Behind the back dribble. Bowman, left side, lost it at the free throw line. Loose ball towards the back court. Picked up by North Medford. Bounce to the middle, and still loose. A whistle, and the foul is going to go against North Medford. Scramble for the basketball there. A little loose play on either side. As these two teams trying to finish out the season with a win. Coming out of the game's Callie Raines. Allie Stevens will go in. Emma Murphy checks out. Chelsea Miller back in for Roseburg. Kloffenstein will inbound it. That ball tipped out. It'll stay with Roseburg. Substitution in again for North Medford. Jaden Gallery will give Margaret Hamlin a breather. A lot of subs both sides so far through this one. Inbound. Jocelyn Montefiore. Caught in the backcourt, gets it to Bowman. She's going to try and race it to the front court. We'll get there before the 10-second count. Right wing. Her pass is stolen away. Knocked away up the floor. Here comes Stevens. Tries to put the brakes on. Pulls up for the jumper. No good. And now Stevens will get called for the foul on the rebound attempt. Knew her shot was going to be off the mark. And she tried to get in front of Kayla Kloffenstein, who was boxing her out, and gets called for the foul. The scoreboard currently reading 10 team fouls against North Medford, and that is not accurate. 4. Yeah, that's what I had as well. They'll correct that. So Roseburg not in the bonus just yet. That would be quite early. 1:45 to play here in this first period. It is 5-4. North Medford currently leading Roseburg. Both teams with a 3. Aria Smith to Hannah Bowman. Bowman has all 4 points for Roseburg so far in this one. Out at the top, bounces it right side to Jocelyn, looking underneath. Back to her left. Dribbling at the wing, and a whistle away from the basketball. A foul called against North Medford. It's down in the blocks. Foul goes against Jaden Gallery.
Foul against Jaden Gallery.
5th foul against the Black Tornado. Roseburg stacks it up for the inbound pass. Kloffenstein into the corner to Montefiore. Jocelyn around a screen, pulls up for the long 2, and she's got it. The senior gets her first points of the ball game and gives Roseburg the lead at 6-5. For Roseburg, first lead of the ball game for them. Driving right side in, some contact, no whistle. Rebound on the miss by Stevens. Roseburg comes up with it. Hannah Bowman got tied up in traffic, and now a whistle as she tried to get it to Chelsea Miller. And Miller had the ball taken. It wasn't a great pass. She tried to track it down, gets called for a foul. So Miller will pick up her first. And now 4th foul against Roseburg. Stevens will have it across the timeline through that orange center circle to the right side. Back out to the top. Patel rotates it left side to Bozier. Bozier out at the top. A couple of hard dribbles. Gets it to a 3 from Mariah Lane. Her shot was too strong. Patel will get it after the rebound by North Medford, and Dia Patel puts the Black Tornado back in front 7-6. 45 seconds to play here in the first. Kloffenstein dribbles once to the left side. Miller gets it to Bowman. Still a lot of time left here. Bowman across the timeline. Out at the top with the dribble. Goes right side around a screen. Puts up a wild shot, no good. And then on the backside, the rebound attempt by Kayla Kloffenstein draws a whistle. She tried to knock that ball away and ended up coming up over the top, and that was an easy one to call there. Kaylee Rains will come back in for North Medford. Black Tornado. Chance to get the last points of the first quarter. 20 seconds to play. Bozier with it. Back to Lane on the right side. She tries the 3, and this time Mariah Lane gets it to go through. Big run to finish here for North Medford. They lead 10-6, their largest lead at 4. Roseburg in the backcourt. Got to start moving with it. Kloffenstein racing to the near side. Puts up a 3, and no. And that'll be the end of the first period. It's 10-6. It's North Medford on top of Roseburg. We'll come back after a 60-second timeout for the second quarter on 541radio.com and on the Score. 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
Roseburg starts the second quarter with the basketball, but a turnover on an entry pass is taken away by North Medford, and Allie Stevens will make them pay on the other side with a 2-pointer. And Stevens will get North Medford a 12-6 advantage, their largest lead at 6 here, and a foul on the ensuing inbound against North Medford. That'll be their 6th team foul. Roseburg led 7-6, or make it 6-5, but unfortunately that prompted a run by North Medford, and the Black Tornado now leading by 6. Jocelyn Montefiore gets it to Bowman, who fires it over to Miller. Back to the top to Bowman. Roseburg with the basketball, trailing by 6, looking to try and get some offense going. Miller was open underneath for a moment. She's trying to show up big and see if they can find her in the middle. A 3 by Emma Murphy off the mark, trying to save it back in. Jocelyn Montefiore goes crashing into the pads, could not get it back in bounds. Substitution, Dia Patel will come back in. Allie Stevens will get a break. She checks out of the game with 4 points total. North Medford into the front court, work to the left side, Patel with it. Dribbles out to the top, gets it to Gallery, to the right side, Rains. At the wing, bounce to the right elbow, Patel into the corner, gets it to McNamee. She tries to drive, knocked over Chelsea Miller, no whistle. Baseline runner by Rains, off the mark, rebound by Bozier. Putback is good. And Olivia Bozier will extend the lead out to 8, 14-6. Inbound, tipped out of bounds. They're going to say actually nobody touched it. So it was nobody touched it and it went out of bounds. The ball will go back to where it was, and it'll be North Medford basketball. Inbound out to Patel. At the left elbow with it, McNamee. Into the corner, back out to Patel. North Medford with the lead at 14-6. 6:26 to go in the first half. Out at the top with it, Gallery. Gets it to the left side, driving. Between the leg dribble by Rains. Back out. Patel sets up for the straightaway 3. No good. Rebound tipped up. And Shaylee Sykes nearly had it. She's come into the game, but could not. And the loose ball ends up collected by North Medford. Poked away by Bowman. She's been active out there trying to chase down the basketball, but Roseburg can't get the steal. Right side, Patel with it. Bounce to the middle. Rains working against Sykes. Shot no good. Bowman this time will collect the basketball. And Roseburg will bring it up the floor, trying to work it up quickly. Get it to Montefiore. Back out to the top. Bowman travels. She almost wanted to set up for the catch and shoot deep 3, but took too many steps trying to do so. Inbound for North Medford, leading by 8. Bozier will bring it across the timeline. Bozier, a freshman out there, along with Rains, a freshman. This North Medford team working in some youngsters pretty early. They'll be pretty good players to come. Bozier going right side, back out to the top to Patel, a junior. Rains will get it, left side of the key. Bounce it through the legs, and that was just a bad pass intended for McNamee. The senior couldn't handle it. The pass goes through her legs, and Roseburg will get it back. Bowman will have it, bringing it across the timeline. Angles to the right side, looks back to her left, gets it to Murphy. Murphy to Miller. Miller down to Montefiore in the right blocks. Pump fake, lost the ball, had it poked away from her, and up with it is North Medford. Bozier going to go one-on-one right to the rim and can't finish, but Bowman will get a foul against Bozier. That'll be the second for Hannah Bowman. 16 foul against Roseburg, evens up that margin. 16 fouls on either side. And to the line will go Olivia Bozier, who's got 2 points in the ball game. Right-handed shooter, gets the first. I'm remembering that now from the first time when we saw North Medford down at their place. There's some talented freshmen on this squad for North Medford, and probably be some players to contend with going forward in their careers. Second free throw is good. Bozier gets them both. Makes it a 10-point ball game, largest lead for North Medford as they have been outscoring Roseburg as a foul. Sykes trying to clear things in the backcourt with the pressure. A whistle against North Medford, and we'll walk it the other direction. Roseburg's into the bonus. So it'll be free throws here for Shaylee Sykes. Been getting minutes at the varsity level lately with all the injuries to Roseburg. No Amy Carpenter today, no Riley Molsick, no Emily Morello, no Michelle Rivera. It is a banged-up lineup. No Michaela Cunningham. Banged-up lineup for head coach Chad Smith and the Roseburg girls. Miller and Montefiore will check out as Klopfenstein and Smith will come back in. Sydney Montefiore dealing with foul trouble, and she's been on the bench. Free throw. Sykes can't get it to go. And the ball tipped out, touched by Roseburg. Roseburg took a lead at 6-5. Since then, it has been an 11-0 run by North Medford. Bringing the ball up the floor, Bozier left side, and a whistle timeout taken by North Medford. So North Medford calls the timeout. That'll be the first of the ball game. Let's go ahead and take a 30-second break and come back here at Roseburg High School. North Medford leads Roseburg 16-6 on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Get ready to satisfy your dessert cravings with Mountain Mike's new mini churros. These delicious bite-sized churros are the perfect dessert to pair with your favorite Mountain Mike's pizza, made with only the freshest and finest ingredients, dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese, and toppings to the edge. For limited time only, get 16 mini churros for the whole family for only $4.99. Don't wait. Order yours today for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery.
4:55 to go here in the second quarter. Roseburg trailing 16-6 against North Medford. Before we return to action, let's go ahead and pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Roseburg basketball on the score. North Medford with the basketball out of their timeout. They lead by 10. Have it on the right side. Out to Patel between the circles. Left side to Bozier. Looking underneath the baseline cutter. In and out of the hands of Margaret Hamlin. And she'll turn it over and give it back to Roseburg. A lot of time left in this first half still. As Sydney Montefiore will check back into the game. Kloffenstein gets it to Smith. Also Sykes and Murphy out there. Smith has it. Got to get it across the timeline. Ooh, almost an over and back. And the ball tipped out of the hands. Excuse me there for those watching. My apologies. Ball tipped out of bounds, stays with Roseburg. Inbound over the head of Sydney Montefiore. A whistle. Montefiore into the pads hard. Still down in the corner. And she will get up. Something about Sid just screams a fighter there. A tough one. And, man, that's unfortunate. Sid gets knocked into the pads hard. She's got her hands up like, how is that a foul against me? I was just trying to get to the loose basketball and got knocked into the pad. But she gets called for her third. So she will go down to the other side. It'll be 16-6 our score, 17 foul against Roseburg. So it's a bonus opportunity here. And a 1-and-1 front end missed. Rebound pulled down by Sykes, but got tied up by Bozier. Jump ball goes to North Medford. And Sid will check out of the game, frustrated that she picked up a third foul so quickly. She was out there for just a couple of seconds. And I think it's just frustrations overcoming her there. Jump ball. Yeah, it's North Medford basketball. North Medford, I guess, didn't know that was going to be their basketball. Yeah, there we go. Their officials are trying to communicate to everybody. This was a jump ball, North Medford basketball. 4:30 to go here in the second quarter. Inbound goes to Rains, and she just works her way for a turnaround jump shot right in front of the basket, and Rains will get two. 12-point ball game. North Medford is really taking control here after a tight first quarter. Trying to dribble through pressure. Kloffenstein loses the handle up the floor ahead of everybody. Bozier, jump stop, no good. Foul. And no, not a foul. Just knocked out of bounds by Margaret Hamlin. Chelsea Miller back in for Shaylee Sykes, who checks out of the game. She'll continue to be one to watch. She's got some good size to her there, getting some varsity minutes. Inbound goes to Smith. She gets double teamed, gets knocked to the ground, and it's out of bounds off of Roseburg. So it'll inbound from the far side there. Timeout taken. There's some confusion. Players wandering every which direction. Timeout taken by Roseburg. Let's go ahead and take it as well with 4:02 to go here in the first half. Roseburg takes the timeout. We'll take a 30-second break and be back here from Roseburg High School. 18-6 your score. North Medford in front on 541radio.com and on the score. 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
Four minutes to play here in the first half. Roseburg is trailing 18-6 against North Medford. The Black Tornado with the basketball out of the timeout taken by the Tribe. Driving right side with it. Bozier gets to the baseline. Hook shot pass back to Margaret Hamlin for a nifty one there. And then a delay of game warning against North Medford. So they will stop action for a moment. Does give North Medford a chance to put their press on. Ball got past Chelsea Miller. It was intended for her, but Roseburg will collect it. Murphy will bring it into the front court. Roseburg needs some points here. They have not scored in the second quarter. Oh, wide open underneath was Chelsea Miller. They didn't see her. Back out to the top. Klopfenstein to Bowman. Bowman looking underneath the Miller. Gets it to Smith instead, cutting to the right side. She'll drive baseline. Knocked away from her, out of bounds. It'll stay with Roseburg. Miller seems to be in some pain, Smith seems to be in some pain, and that'll bring in Shaylee Sykes again. Also going to come into the game is Olivia Harris for North Medford. And Aria Smith going to go to the trainer's table, grabbing her back. Not a good sign. Inbound to Miller, left side, baseline jumper, just a bit short. And the rebound down to Rain. She's going to bring it the other direction. Attacks left side of the lane. Out to Patel for a three. And her shot no good. Got bumped by Murphy. Sent to the floor. And that'll send her to the line. Emma Murphy going to pick up her first. 8th team foul against Roseburg. And going to the free throw line. It was a shooter. So today Dia Patel will get 3 shots here. Patel already with 2 points in the ball game. Her first free throw is no good. Roseburg basketball on the score brought to you by Roseburg Honda. Buying a car can be a hassle, but at Roseburg Honda it's different. Customer satisfaction is their highest priority. Visit Roseburg Honda, where they treat you like family because they are family. Second free throw goes through for Patel, so 1 out of the 3 so far. Jocelyn Montefiore back into the game for Kayla Klopfenstein. Third free throw is good. So 2 out of 3 for Dia Patel, makes it 22-6. 16-point lead for the Black Tornado. North on defense, right side Murphy, back out to Miller. She's going to launch a 3. That one misses everything. Sykes a big offensive board underneath. Might have moved her pivot foot too many times there, but does turn it over on a pass. Touch pass intended to the right side for Dia Patel, but out of bounds. That was Jaden Gallery, the senior, on the transition, trying to one-touch pass to her teammate, Patel, but it was too strong over her head and out of bounds. Inbound from the far corner for Roseburg, 2:51 to play. Roseburg took a 6-5 lead, and since then it has been all north. Right side Murphy to Miller in the corner. Chelsea looking underneath. Trapped in the corner. Double team comes, and now a foul. It'll be a 1-and-1 opportunity for Chelsea Miller. They call it against Dia Patel, who will pick up her second. Chelsea Miller, the senior. Heading to the free throw line to get a chance to try and shoot 2. Try and get Roseburg their first points since the first period. Her first free throw, nope, no good. Rebound, though, again, Sykes doing a great job rebounding underneath. Gives Roseburg another chance here. Monteferine's pass, though, tipped right into the hands of North Medford. That was Olivia Harris with the steal, the sophomore. The right side with it. Gallery back out to the top to Rains. Bozier gets it left side. The freshman fakes left. Shimmy shake, goes to the free throw line. The shot off the mark. Rebound comes down to Rains, and her putback is good. Kaylee Rains with 7 points in the ball game. Makes it 24-6. Miller, right side, across the floor to Murphy for a three. Emma Murphy gets her first points of the ball game. Roseburg finally breaking the scoreless drought, stretching from the first quarter here to the second quarter, coming with 1:43 to go in the period. Three left side, off the mark by Bozier. Tip back inbound, goes to Miller. Up the floor, left side, Murphy. Drives in. Oh, too strong with the lay-in. Put back attempt, though, by Hannah Bowman. And Roseburg will get a run of a couple of buckets in a row. 1:26 to go here in the first period. 24-11 is our score. It had been as big as out to an 18-point lead here in the second quarter for North Medford. But Roseburg fighting back just a bit here, cutting it down to 13. We'll keep it right here as there's a minute 26 to go in the first half. Roseburg basketball brought to you by Barnes Heating and Cooling, your complete energy company. Visit barnesheatingandcooling.com or call them at 541-459-1545. So Roseburg snapped their scoreless drought with a bucket by Murphy. That three-pointer. That's just, that ended a, let's see, it would have been 24. So that ended a 19-0 run by North Medford. North Medford with the basketball out of the timeout. Have it on the right side. Rains out to the top to Bozier. Looking underneath. Feeds it to the middle. Back out from Hamlin into the corner. Left side three is short by Gallery. Whistle on the rebound. It will go to Roseburg. Again, the Black Tornado continue to keep the press on, leading by 13. 1 minute to play here in the first half. Murphy bounce to the middle, pass too slow, taken away. Free throw line shot, bounces on the iron, falls off to Bozier, fakes right, goes left. Her baseline jumper off and out of bounds by North Medford. Miller will inbound it for Roseburg, 51 seconds to go. Roseburg trying to finish on a little run of their own here in the second quarter. Murphy with the basketball. Trying to get Roseburg into the front court. She will on the far side. Miller gets it to the top. Underneath Sykes, and went right through her hands. She had good positioning, but just couldn't hang on to the basketball. 30 seconds to play in the first half. Bozier with it to the right side. Into the middle. Beautiful pass around the defense to find Margaret Hamlin for two. 26-11 your score. Again, still pressure in the backcourt by North, and a whistle will send Roseburg to the free throw line. So we'll walk to the stripe for a 1-and-1 opportunity for Roseburg. It'll be Jocelyn Montefiore at the line. 15.7 seconds to play here in the first half. A 15-point game. Montefiore's free throw off the mark. Rebound. It's Sykes that comes up with it. Montefiore gets it in the middle. Out to Bowman for a three. Off the mark. Rebound tipped out. 5 seconds to go. Toss out in front for North Medford. Montefiore gets it, and that'll end the first half. A whistle? No. End of the first half. And we'll go to the halftime break. Roseburg trailing 26-11 is our score after the first half of play. We'll come back for your second half action, but first your halftime show coming up when we return. After a 2-minute break, we'll recap the first half and we'll get you individual scoring This is Roseburg High Basketball on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother,
and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
As a doctor, I kept myself safe from COVID by following all the proper protocols. Then I visited my family, and we all got COVID. I debated getting the vaccine since I gained the COVID antibodies. I changed my mind because I learned the antibodies may not offer full protection. But getting the vaccine after COVID can help prevent you from getting sick again. It also lowers your risk of getting someone else sick. So whether you've already had COVID or you're still unvaccinated, please get the vaccine.
Welcome you back here to Roseburg High School. At halftime, our score is 26-11. Right now, North Medford in front of Roseburg in the final game of the regular season for both teams. Final game of the year for both squads as well. Here at the break, a 15-point lead. It's been as many as 18 in the first half for North Medford. Competitive first quarter, neither team scoring a whole lot. It was pretty low scoring. North Medford, though, pulled ahead and led by 4, 10-6 after the first quarter. Roseburg led 6-5, and then it was a huge run by North, a 19-0 run that stretched into the second quarter. Saw North Medford pull ahead by as many as 18, and Roseburg would finally get a bucket, a three-pointer by Emma Murphy with 1:45 to go in the second quarter. Snapped that run by North and got Roseburg some points in the second period. They'd end up scoring 5. They got back to within 15. They had a 13-point game as close as they got it there after falling behind by 18, but it is a 15-point margin here at the halftime break. When we come back, we will go ahead and take a look at individual scoring from the first half of this ball game. Right now, it's North Medford leading 26-11. It's your halftime show. Today's game brought to you by Chuck Swarman Family Auto Repair. Are you ready to go where life takes you? And by Dr. Alanson Randall, accepting new patients. So call them at 541-378-6694. We'll be back with the individual scoring from the first half when we return after a 2-minute break on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends. Yeah! Be great.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
I'm Amelia Snow. I work in the intensive care unit at Mercy Medical Center in Roseburg. I have seen the terrible damage COVID has done to my patients and their families. Without a vaccine, people of all ages can get very sick, even if they were perfectly healthy before they had COVID. The COVID vaccine is safe and effective and will reduce your risk of getting so sick you wind up at Mercy Medical. Get vaccinated, and I won't have to see you in the ICU.
At halftime, it is North Medford on top of Roseburg, 26-11. Taking a look at individual scoring from the first half of this ball game. First for the visiting Black Tornado, leading the way with 7 points in the first half was Kaylee Rains, make that. Then behind her, 4 points for Dia Patel, 4 points for Margaret Hamlin, 4 points for Allie Stevens, 4 points for Olivia Bozier, and 3 for Mariah Lane. On the other side for Roseburg, leading the way with 6 points, Hannah Bowman as team high there. Then 2 points for Jocelyn Montefiore, 3 for Emma Murphy, and those are your scores in the first half for Roseburg. 26-11, our score here at the break. Don't forget to stick around for the post-game show. We'll have a full recap on the game, and we'll name our Mountain Mike's Pizza player of the game for the Roseburg girls. I got a lot of gift certificates to get out. We'll get those all put together and get those to everybody for their accomplishments this season. It's been a great year from Mountain Mike's. Appreciate their support and providing a $50 gift certificate to the player of the game for each game throughout the basketball season. So it's a lot of pizza going out to these youngsters, and I'm sure they're loving every minute of it. It's Mountain Mike's Pizza. It's pizza the way it ought to be. We need to take our final 60-second timeout, so we'll take one more break here at the halftime show. When we come back, it'll be time for the third quarter. We'll get you all ready to go when we return on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Third quarter action coming up for us here from Roseburg High School. The Roseburg girls trailing at 26-11 in the final game of the season for both teams. Today's game brought to you by Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County. Boys will be coming up here in just a little bit. We'll be having coverage of Roseburg boys basketball in the playoffs coming up next week. They've already clinched and secured that playoff spot, so we know they'll be playing on Tuesday. It'll be a road game. I think there's no question about that. We are just waiting to find out who it will be against. And we should know that maybe late tonight we should know who Roseburg's going to be playing in the first round of the playoffs. And if not tonight, early tomorrow morning. Roseburg's going to have the basketball to start. They'll be moving right to left on your radio dial, wearing their home whites. In the road blacks is North Medford. You've got Rain, Stevens, Gallery, Patel, and McNamee out there on the floor for the Black Tornado. Roseburg will almost turn it over. She stepped on the sideline. That's Allie Stevens, nearly picked off the inbound pass by Montefiore. You've got Sydney Montefiore, Jocelyn Montefiore, Hannah Bowman, Emma Murphy, and Chelsea Miller out there on the floor for Roseburg to start the second half. Inbound goes to Murphy. Roseburg looking to try and put a run on against North Medford. Get back into this ball game. It is a 15-point game, but that's not too crazy out of reach. If they can get some momentum going, there we go. Deep three by Hannah Bowman. Can't get it started there. Rebound is pulled down by North Medford. Stevens will quickly press it up the floor, right into the middle. And she tried to throw it across the floor around the defender, but it goes off of Sydney Montefiore and out of bounds. Inbound to Stevens. North Medford with it. McNamee looking underneath. Back out to Stevens on the right wing. Drives in. Back out to the top with it. Rains. Stevens draws it out. Gets it to Rains on the left side. Looking for the cutter at the left wing. Back out to Patel for a straightaway three. Back iron. High off the backboard and over. And out of bounds. It'll stay or go to Roseburg after the miss. Inbound for Roseburg. Miller will get it. Getting tongue-tied here in the second half. Montefiore, bounce pass, picked off with the pressure. Gallery at the right wing, into the corner. A three-ball attempt by Stevens, no good. Rebound out of bounds. A team board for Roseburg. Olivia Bozier will check into the game at the next opportunity. Inbound, tipped away. Sydney Montefiore couldn't get it back in time. I think that ball hitting the sideline here. So North Medford will get the ball. It'll be Patel that'll inbound from the near side. Gets it right into the middle of the McNamee, but the ball got tipped out back to Patel. North Medford keeps the possession. Straightaway three by Rains. Misses everything out of bounds, and Roseburg gets the ball. Still a 15-point game. 1:15 off the clock here in the second half. A lot of pressure in the backcourt by North Medford. Murphy will get a screen to get free into the front court. Now gets trapped just a bit. Tosses it across the floor to Bowman. Bowman tries to drive right of the key. Backs it out. And her pass now taken away. Wanted just an easy toss into the middle, and it's picked off by North. Bozier tries to throw it across to her teammate Gallery and throws it too high and away. Turnover by the Black Tornado. Back into the hands of Roseburg. Sydney Montefiore will inbound from the corner. 26-11. Neither side scored yet here in the third. Montefiore, Jocelyn dribbles right side, gets a screen to get free into the front court, races out to the three-point line. Bounce it right side to Miller. Miller gives it right back out to Murphy. They rotate left side. Sid. Montefiore dribbles out to the top. Gets it to Chelsea. Right side. Murphy. She's going to pull the trigger on a three. A quick one there. And out of bounds. Oh, tipped ball. They'll say Roseburg basketball. The shot was short. It was missed on a tip three attempt by Murphy. Roseburg will get possession. Rains and McNamee will check out of the game for North Medford. Into the game comes Brooke Richardson for a first time. Montefiore lost the handle. Out to Murphy for a straightaway three. And that one just off the mark. Rebound. I'm going to have a foul call against Jocelyn Montefiore. We'll reset our fouls here for those that are watching. Always forget to do that at halftime. So that'll be the first foul against Roseburg here in the second half. Goes against Jocelyn Montefiore in her first. So Brooke Richardson has come into the game for North Medford. Also coming in was Margaret Hamlin. Bozier running the point. Gets it left side to Richardson. And a timeout taken by head coach J.T. Thomas for North Medford. We'll go ahead and take a 30-second timeout as well, as Roseburg is trailing 26-11 against North Medford. Neither team scoring so far in the second half on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
Okay, thank you. .5:33 to go in the third quarter. Roseburg basketball on the Score, brought to you by Good Vibrations, solutions for home theater and automotive audio. You can feel it at Good Vibes. And by DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop. Inbound from the baseline for the Black Tornado into Gallery on the right wing. Bozier tries to feed it underneath, and Jocelyn Montefiore is going to pick up a second one here in the third quarter. That'll be the second against Roseburg. We've got playoff basketball coming up on the radio this afternoon. Sutherland basketball over on I-101 FM. The Sutherland girls taking on Yamhill Carlton in the first round of the 3A state playoffs. Dan Bain will have the call for that one for you. That one starting at about 3 o'clock this afternoon. Pregame at about 2:45. Left side with it, Brooke Richardson feeds it through the middle. That ball loose, take it away. Chelsea Miller coming up with it. Gets it to Jocelyn. Dribbles right side. Things open up, shows an attack, and it's an easy lay-in for two for Jocelyn Montefiore. 13-point ball game, 26-13. Bozier will bring it up the floor through that center circle. Look to attack right side, but passes it away to the left. Richardson with it. Out to Patel. Patel to the right side to Bozier. Looks underneath. Turnaround jumper right underneath the basket. Ball tipped around. North keeps it. Out to Bozier. Down to Richardson. Trying to front her. Montefiore got out of position, and Richardson will get the two. Just like that, we've had back-to-back baskets here in the third after neither team scored for almost the first half of the period. 4:23 to go. Sydney Montefiore with it out at the top. She's in foul trouble with three. Kick ball by Olivia Bozier. She says, "Aw, shucks." Subs coming in. We got a lot of changes here. Aria Smith, good to see her back. She went out with some back pain earlier. Kayla Kloffenstein in. Jocelyn Montefiore and Chelsea Miller will both check out of the game. Also out for North, you've got Gallery, Patel, Hamlin, and Richardson all checking out of the game for the Black Tornado. Bowman has it for Roseburg. Pass through the middle, gets it to Smith. To the left side to Kloffenstein. Kayla out to the top, gets it to Hannah. Bowman. Angles right side. Her pass tipped out of bounds off of Olivia Bozier. You've got Bozier, Stevens, McNamee, Raines, and Lane out there. Your five players on the floor for the Black Tornado. Smith gets it to Murphy for a three, and Emma Murphy buries her second of the game. And Roseburg back within 12, 28-16. Murphy with 6. A three trying to answer on the other side, and able to do so. Mariah Lane has her second of the game from long range. Ooh, pass nearly taken away in the backcourt across the timeline. Bowman, right side. She wanted the three. Instead, gives it up to Murphy. She wanted a three. Steps inside the line for a long two. No good. Knocked to the ground is Smith. Roseburg keeps it. Bowman has it right side. Between the leg dribble. Goes left side of the lane. Jump stop at the left elbow. Back out to Montefiore. Sydney. Bounce into the corner for Murphy. Her three. Front iron. Almost got the home bounce, but does not. Stevens comes up with it. She's going to race up the floor. Makes the pass in the middle. Got tipped right back to her. And Allie Stevens, a beneficial bounce her direction for two. 33-16 your score. 17-point lead near the biggest for North Medford. Their largest lead was at 18. And a foul on a push by McNamee. Aria Smith knocked to the ground, draws that whistle. That'll be the second foul. Or make that the first foul against North Medford. It goes against McNamee, her first. Sid Montefiore bounce it right side to Grace Bachmeyer, who has checked in for the first time. Long pass by Smith, gets it to Murphy at the top. Back to Bachmeyer on the right side. Bounce it to Kloffenstein, catch and shoot corner three, well short. Rebound taken down by North. Up the floor comes Steven, tracking down the outlet pass. She'll pull up for the long two. Shot rolls off. Rebound in the middle is saved back inbound to Roseburg, but they'll turn it back over. With it right side, Euro step by Raines, off the glass for two. Kaylee Raines to 9 points in the game. 35-16. Steal by North Medford on the inbound pass. Couple of shots up, no good. A third attempt, no good. Rebound, saved back in. Stevens will have it, and North will reset. She'll dribble out to the top to reinitiate the offense. Pass left side. She cuts Stevens. Does not get the feed. Now instead it'll be Lane that gets it in the middle. Nearly has it taken away. Gets it out to Stevens for an open three. It's short. Rebound saved back in. Another look for Stevens. That one dancing on the iron. Spits out. And before the shot, a pushing foul. So the shot won't count. 1:39 to go here in the third quarter. Timeout taken. 1:39 to go here in the third. We'll keep it right here. 35-19 is our score with 1:39 to play. So Roseburg boys basketball coming up for our second game of the day at approximately 3 o'clock. We'll have a word with head coach Jordan Humphreys coming up in between games. We had playoff basketball here in the Umpqua Basin yesterday. And from the 1A classification, the Riddle Irish winning in overtime in the second round of the state playoffs. The Riddle boys advancing on to the final tournament site, which is pretty cool. I think it's been a while since they've done it, if I remember correctly. I think I saw that somewhere, that it's been a while since they've been in the final 8 teams in the state playoffs. But the Riddle boys getting an overtime win yesterday on the road at Country Christian. The Riddle boys winning 48-43 in overtime. Also yesterday, North Douglas defending its home court 59-47 against Perrydale. So 2 teams from the Umpqua Basin making it to the final 8 site. And that's going to be at Baker High School. And we'll wait to see if Elkton can pull off the big upset over number 1 Crane coming up today. They tip off at 4:45 out in Eastern Oregon. Ball pass stolen away by Allie Stevens. Breakaway, and the left-handed lay-in won't go, and now a whistle. The whistle against Roseburg. It goes against that'll be the third team foul against Roseburg. And a win against Grace Bachmeyer. First free throw for Olivia Bozier is off the mark. So Riddle and North Douglas moving on from Douglas County. Yesterday, the Oakland boys also were in action. And they fell 55-23 at Salem Academy in their first round playoff matchup. Second free throw went through. 37-16 is what the scoreboard says. Roseburg trailing by 21 now. That is their largest deficit. Right side, a travel call against Sydney Montefiore. Tried to drive in, got hung up in the defense, took the extra step. 1:08 to go in the third quarter. Allie Stevens will walk it up across the timeline. Hand it off to Callie Raines on the left side. Kaylee will get it right back. She drives in the middle. Turnaround jumper. That looked pretty for Kaylee Raines. Knocks through another 2. 39-16 your score, 45 seconds to play here in the third period. Jocelyn Montefiore back in the game, picked it up and got it knocked out of her hands, gets the dribble back, splits the defense, lost the basketball, fight for it on the ground. Grace Bachmeyer gets it. Now to the left side to Sydney Montefiore, back to Jocelyn, pump fake into the corner. Grace caught in the corner, baseline. Now they try to enter it into Smith, and Aria can't get it as the ball knocked away, and North Medford up with it. Pass left side, open look at a three, off the mark for Lane. Underneath, Raines gets the rebound. No look pass out to Bozier for a three, and she banks it in. Stretches it to a 42-16 lead, and North starting to run away with this one. A deep three before the buzzer, off the mark by Montefiore, and at the end of three quarters, it is 42-16, North Medford in front. We'll take a 1-minute timeout. 1-minute break coming up here as we go to the fourth quarter. Roseburg trailing against North Medford on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
Hey there, sports fans. It's Joey Kieran with the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. We're bringing you more local sports content as we change up our weekday sports lineup. We've got the Bald-Faced Truth with John Canzano, noon to 3 every weekday. And then from 4 to 6 is the James Crepia Show. More local sports talk here on Douglas County's home for sports, the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Getting ready for the final 8 minutes of the season for the Roseburg and North Medford girls basketball teams. North leading 42-16 as we start the final period of play. Joey Kieran here with you. It's great to have you with us here on this Saturday afternoon. Boys basketball coming up next here on the score. Pass out to Allie Stevens as North Medford starts with the basketball, working against the zone from Roseburg. Three from the left side, well off the mark. Rebound pulled down by Emma Murphy. Today's game brought to you by Flyaway Travel. Contact their travel experts for your travel plans at 672-5701. With the ball on the right side, Bowman gets it to Montefiore. Montefiore to Montefiore. Sydney with the shot. And it hits off the back iron. Long rebound goes out of bounds in the corner. Back to North Medford. North Medford has stretched its lead to its largest point here at 26. As we start this fourth quarter. With the basketball, a couple of spin moves, and the shot just rolls off the front of the iron for McNamee. Rebound fought for by North Medford. Stevens will try a three from the top, no good. Patel gets the rebound. She'll bring it out, and it'll be a third look for North Medford. On the far side of the floor, they enter it in underneath, and a foul called as Chelsea Miller commits. No, it's against North Medford. 6:50 to go here. Roseburg will get the basketball. I figured it had to have been a foul, but they didn't put one up on the board. Hook shot from Montefiore. Jocelyn off the mark. It is taken down by North Medford up the floor. Stevens to the left side, gets it to Patel. Dribbles to the top. McNamee wide open, give and go. Patel, scoop shot no good, draws a foul. I think this goes against Hannah Bowman. I've got that down for Bowman's third. And the scoreboard will agree with me. I always like it when that happens. So that sends Dia Patel to the free throw line, where she is 2 for 3 today. 4 points total for her. And she will make it 5 as she hits the first. 6:21 to go. Second free throw is good. 44-16 is your score. Bowman brings it up the right side. Bounce pass. Miller can't hold on to it. Jocelyn Montefiore tried to get in there and gets called for a... No, it's Dia Patel gets called for the push. Roseburg will have it. Third foul against North Medford. Left side, into the corner, Chelsea Miller, a three. No, rims out. Stevens brings it up the floor. Going right to the middle, attacking coast to coast, draws a whistle. 6 minutes to play in this one. 44-16 is our score. That'll send Allie Stevens to the line. At the stripe, she is actually one of the top scorers for this team. She's actually 0 for 3 at the stripe so far today. All of those back in the first quarter, and she misses here. Still a cold streak at the line for Stevens. Substitution, line change coming in here for North Medford. Bozier out there along with Lane, Hamlin, and Richardson and Stevens. Second free throw here for Stevens. Does not go through. Rebound tipped up and around, and Richardson will come away with it. And another look for North Medford here. Left side, Richardson will try the three. The bank is open here in this second half. Richardson banks one through. Bozier had one earlier. 47-16. And they pick the pocket. Sid Montefiore and Stevens lays it in on the other side for two. 49-16 is the time check here, or is the score check. It is 5:33 to go on the time check. Timeout taken by North Medford. Let's take a 30-second timeout and come back with more of the action on 541radio.com and on the score. 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
Well, here with 5.5 minutes to play on the season, the Roseburg girls trail 49-16. They've got the basketball. Emma Murphy out to the top to Hannah Bowman, to the far side to Sid Montefiore. Chelsea Miller gets it in the corner. Still a very smothering defensive pressure from North Medford. Driving in, Sid, runner, no good. Rebound pulled down by Bozier. She'll push the tempo up the floor. Pass through the arms of Roseburg's defense. Out to the top, Richardson resets, left side, a three. It's good for Mariah Lane, who hits her third of the ball game. Over 50 points in the game now for North Medford, 52-16. Left side, trying to answer, Montefiore in a three. That got tipped, it looked like, into the hands of North. Raines will bring it up the floor, right side to Bozier. Back out to the top to Lane. Hamlin gets it right side. Give and go from the corner, and a whistle. 4.5 to go in this one. Heading to the free throw line will be Margaret Hamlin, the junior. Has 4 points in the ball game. She'll get a chance. Some three theatrics going on at the free throw line there. And she hits the first. A lot of motion going on at the line for Hamlin before she gets shot. Just gets right into it here. Almost gets them both. First one, second one didn't go, and a whistle on the putback attempt for Richardson does not fall. But the whistle sends her to the free throw line. She'll get a chance at 2 shots here. It'll be Chelsea Miller picking up her third. First one goes through for Richardson. Second one, no. And the rebound, going airborne out of bounds goes Margaret Hamlin. And Roseburg will get the basketball. Sid Montefiore blocking out. And Hamlin tried to squeeze her way through to get to that basketball floor, went out of bounds, and got kind of knocked airborne. Montefiore with it, right side. Sid bounces it. Gets it to Jocelyn. Jocelyn down to Chelsea. Chelsea gets hammered as she tries to go up. Good move there by Roseburg. Offense running the way it was supposed to. Foul goes against Raines. She picks up her second. Chelsea Miller goes to the line. Chelsea. First free throw is no good. Substitutions coming in. A lot of starters back into the game for North, but also a couple from the bench. Let's see here. We got Shayana Jackson, a junior, will check in. That's her first action of the day. Dia Patel out there, McNamee, Stevens, and Gallery. Second free throw from Miller, also no good. Jump ball tied up. McNamee getting in there with Jocelyn Montefiore. Jump ball call that goes to Roseburg. North Medford in the bonus. Pass out left wing. Sid, pump fake. Toss across the floor to Miller. Chelsea, back out to Hannah. Bowman left side. Gets it to Sid. Sid, bounce it around the defense at Chelsea right side. Down to Jocelyn, back out to Miller. Miller to Bowman, left side. Had a chance, maybe an open look at a three there for Sid. She didn't take it. 3:32 to go here in this fourth quarter. Down to Jocelyn. She'll turn around for the jumper, and she buries that one. Jocelyn Montefiore will put it through. First points of the fourth quarter for the Tribe. 54-18 your score. Cutter, get it underneath. Knocked out of bounds with Stevens. Shot left side is off the mark, and now a push on Emma Murphy. Allie Stevens ended up on the floor. She'll head to the free throw line for a 1-and-1 opportunity. Clock continues to run as we've hit that running clock limit. Jocelyn Montefiore and Chelsea Miller come out of the game. Couple of seniors that are going to get hugs from their coaches, as some tears kind of welling up in the eyes there for the two of them, as their careers at Roseburg are coming to an end here with time running out on the game. And they're getting hugs there from everybody on the benches. At the line, Allie Stevens, a 1-and-1 opportunity. Missed the free throw, and it's Grace Bachmeyer that comes down with the rebound. Stevens, 0 for at the line. She's had a lot of opportunities as well. Emma Murphy to Bowman. Hannah drives right side, backs it out, gets it to Sykes in the corner. Out to the top to Sid. Sid goes around the defender right side. Elbow runner, no good. And Bachmeyer tried to save it back in bounds, not able to do so. Kayla Kloffenstein is going to come into the game for Emma Murphy. Aria Smith also going to come into the game for the Tribe. Sid will head to the bench. So a group, besides Hannah Bowman, all from the bench out there for Roseburg. A lot of players that have spent decent minutes at the JV level this year for Roseburg, now getting out to get some varsity minutes here. All of them have varsity minutes, but they've split some time throughout much of the year. Driving through everybody, a scoop shot. That is going against Aria Smith. Will send Allie Stevens to the free throw line. First one for Smith. 9 team fouls against Roseburg. Stevens still looking for her first made free throw. This is a 1-and-1, I believe. No, it's 2 shots, and she'll miss the first. 0 for 6 at the line for Stevens. She'll take her warm-ups at the line. Second, no. Sykes in the middle with the rebound, and then a reach-in foul. That'll go against Kaylee Raines, and she'll pick up her third. Fourth team foul against North Medford. Roseburg with the basketball. Minute 20 to go here in the fourth quarter of the final game of the season for both sides. Hannah Bowman left side. Gives it away to Kloffenstein. Kloffenstein back to Bowman on the left wing. Draws it out to the top between the circles. Hooks the pass to left side. Kloffenstein underneath to Smith. Her shot hits off the iron. 5-4 underneath. Then Smith comes away with it. Out to the top to Bowman. And a foul call against Allie Stevens. Clock is running. Down to 45 seconds here. Roseburg has it on the far side. Not Shooter. And a travel called against Roseburg. We'll turn it over. This one's about to wrap up for us here as the 2021-22 season finishes out for Roseburg and North Medford. 29 seconds to go. Right side. Enter it in underneath. Shot off the mark for Stevens. No whistle. They'll let him play. Up the floor. Ball knocked out of bounds out of the hands of Bowman. Roseburg will get the inbound pass. 17 seconds to play. Kloffenstein will do the honors. Goes into Smith. Smith goes right side. Dribbles into the corner. Stops there, out to the top. Bowman, a deep look at a three. Front iron, no good. Rebound underneath. Put up, no good by Bachmeyer. And there it is. The season will come to a close for North Medford and for Roseburg. A 54-18 win for North as the Black Tornado get the first win of the day at the varsity level. The boys game coming up next. We'll have a post-game show for you. We'll take a 2-minute break and come back with the numbers from this one. 2-minute timeout and your post-game show up next here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
I'm Amelia Snow. I work in the intensive care unit at Mercy Medical Center in Roseburg. I have seen the terrible damage COVID has done to my patients and their families. Without a vaccine, people of all ages can get very sick, even if they were perfectly healthy before they had COVID. The COVID vaccine is safe and effective and will reduce your risk of getting so sick you wind up at Mercy Medical. Get vaccinated, and I won't have to see you in the ICU.
Back here for our post-game show, the girls' game, as the boys get out there to start warming things up here between North and Roseburg. That game we'll have for you in about 15 minutes from now. For the Roseburg girls, the season comes to an end. They will go 1-19 on the year, 0-10 in conference play. North Medford goes to 8-15 on the season and 2-8 in conference play. Neither team heading to the postseason, so it all comes to an end here today for both sides. 54-18, your final score. as North Medford gets the win. Taking a look at how it played out, it was a tight first quarter. Roseburg actually led 6-5, but then from there it was all North Medford. In fact, Roseburg, after taking a 6-5 lead, scores just 12 points the rest of the way. North Medford pulls it out, leads big, 54-18 your final score. Individual scoring, only player in double figures, Kaylee Raines with 11. 9 points for Mariah Lane on 3 made threes. 8 points for Olivia Bozier. Then you had 6 points for Dia Patel and for Brooke Richardson. 5 points for Margaret Hamlin. 8 points for Allie Stevens. Did not mention her earlier. Those are your scores in the game for North Medford. On the other side, 3 players do all the scoring for Roseburg. 6 points for Hannah Bowman, 6 points for Jocelyn Montefiore, and 6 points for Emma Murphy. And those are your 3 scorers in the game for Roseburg. We will say goodbye to seniors in this one. Final games for Jocelyn Montefiore and for Chelsea Miller. Couple of seniors on the roster. Michelle Rivera also graduating from the program, although she's been out injured for the last number of weeks. For North Medford, they will say goodbye to Jaden Gallery, to Kira McNamee and Kira Pica. Those were names I had on my roster as seniors on this team. It's time now to name our Mountain Mike's Pizza Player of the Game. Mountain Mike's Pizza, the way it ought to be. Your Roseburg Player of the Game here today. Let's see here. I'm going to give it to a senior for Roseburg. She was also tied for the leading scorer, so plenty of reasons to do so. Jocelyn Montefiore is your Mountain Mike's Pizza Player of the Game for the Roseburg girls. Well, that is it for the Roseburg girls basketball season. Up next, the boys will play their final regular season game and get ready for the playoffs coming up next week for the Roseburg Indians, and North Medford also heading into the postseason as well. We'll talk more about the boys matchup when we come back. We'll go ahead and take a 2-minute timeout for a quick in-between break here and get ready for game number 2. When we do come back, we will start a new broadcast for the boys basketball game. So for those that are watching the video stream online, we will start a new one for the boys game. So just either refresh YouTube, go back to our main channel, or if you're on 541radio.com, just refresh the page. We'll have the boys broadcast starting here in just a moment. That'll do it for the girls season. Congratulations on a season where a lot of big steps for that girls team. A lot of hard work in there as well. And now we'll hopefully see them continue to grow during the off season. We'll come back with the boys game after this 2-minute timeout, a 2-minute break here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.